Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Today is Tuesday. It is currently 4:35 p.m. We are on the way to the gym. I'm sipping on my other iced tea lemonade that I bought last night. Bought 2 of them. So, on the way to the gym right now. We are on a bit of a time crunch. I have some plans tonight, so we're gonna try and make this workout under an hour. I think we can do it. I've done it before. So we are going to get a back day in. Back day. So normally it's kind of good that it worked out like this. It normally doesn't take much to get a back pump for me or do some damage. It doesn't take much really, a few sets only really of a few different movements and I'm already there. So we're gonna get in there and just bust it out. Probably gonna start the lift with some sort of mid-back row. I really like the cable rows. I'm not too sure. Probably 3 movements with 3 sets in each. Probably some rows, some assisted pull-ups, and probably some pull-overs. Some lat pullovers. My favorite back exercise of all time is probably that cable row. Just because I feel like it targets a lot of my back. Not just the mid section, but it just feels good, gets me pumped. So, with the cutting, we are still going strong. I'm sorry, there's a big glare. We're still going strong. Eating has been pretty good. Today, I had a work meeting this morning that lasted about like 9 to 1:30-ish. So, didn't eat anything before then, obviously, or while I was at work, so waited until I got home, had a yogurt bowl. I've been loving the yogurt bowls. I made it. What I've been doing is I've been making it with some like lower calorie cereal. I kind of mix it in. Sometimes I do granola, it just kind of depends. But I've been doing the cereals, throw in some berries. Good filling meal, and relatively low calorie. It's something I can eat, and after I eat it, I don't feel sluggish. So that's always good, especially right before the gym. Pre-workout meal. So ate that. While I was at work, though, I won't lie. They had pizza. They fed all of us, and I almost caved in. I almost ate some pizza. I did not eat pizza though. I was so close to. It was kind of awkward because like everyone stood up, and then I was just kind of sitting there on my phone while everyone got their pizza. But you know, the awkwardness you gotta power through, because that little bit of awkwardness right there, and that it's not worth caving into that temptation, because the long term, I'm trying to figure out how to word this here. Don't settle for the short term, but look ahead to the long term, I guess, because in the long term, obviously, you might say, you know, 1 slice of pizza, that's not going to do anything to you, especially when you're cutting. But me personally, if I ate a slice of pizza, it'd be like eating a cookie. I would feel terrible after, and I'd be like, I'm cutting, and it would probably force me to go over calories for the day, and I don't want to do that. So you have to have that mental fortitude to not fall into that temptation, and that's with anything in life, whatever it may be. Just don't fall into that temptation and have that mental fortitude to power through. And you don't want to settle for the short term, but focus on your long-term goals and aspirations that you may have. For me, it's to get as shredded as possible, so that's exactly what I'm doing. So there was that. I'm trying to think. So this is going to be an earlier one, like I said, a lot earlier than last night for sure. Because I do have some plans tonight. But should be a quick one. Tomorrow I'm going to have to figure out, I'm probably going to have to go at the ass crack of dawn because I have my college orientation, so we are driving up to Stillwater to go and do that. It's like an overnight deal, so we're gonna have to leave early in the morning. I'm not sure when, but I'm gonna probably have to go to the gym before then because we drive up. Because we drive up and do that. So I'll probably have to go the ass crack of dawn, probably like, I don't know, 6, 7 a.m., something like that, 6, 7, anyways. So do that. And then Thursday, we will have to do, it'll probably be a later one because we'll be coming back that like afternoon, evening time. I'll be getting home, so I'll probably just go to the gym sometime then. So that's kind of the plan. Friday, we'll probably have to do the same thing. This is kind of a busier week for me, but I'm trying to just push these videos out and get every single workout in. These videos kind of help motivate me to go. Because on a day like today where I don't really have a ton of time, I could have just skipped the gym, but I was like, I need to get this video out, I need to film one, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Also, the reason it kind of took me a longer time to get going to the gym is because I was editing yesterday's video, and that took a while. So we got it done. I'm not sure when that one's gonna get out. Hopefully I can upload it later tonight and then edit this one sometime soon and get this one out probably at the same time tomorrow. And then it's kind of like, the way I want to do it is like, you know, I film one, the next day I edit, upload, or I edit that day and upload the next day, you know what I mean? Like I just have one ready like that, like boom, boom, boom. So anyways, that's kind of the plan. Trying to think of anything else that I might have. Next week, I've got church camp, so I will be out of town, which means no gym for a week, and I won't be able to control my diet for a week. I can control whatever I can control, but I can't control what I can't control, I guess. So what I mean by that sounded kind of crazy. What I mean by that is I won't be able to obviously make meals like yogurt bowls, chicken and rice, that sort of thing, but whatever they may feed me there, I can control the portion sizes that I have and what foods I choose out of those things. So that's kind of how I like to look at cutting, because obviously it's a very tough thing. It's a tough task, and a tough mental task and physical task, obviously. But I like to look at it like that because it makes it easier in a way. Obviously, whenever I like to limit myself like that, because whenever I get the chance to just eat, I will crash out and put down some food. So that's kind of why I'm gonna try, and the way I'm gonna kind of try and approach things now, going forward, because I feel like I'll see better progress with that. So anyways, yeah, I've kind of been trying to think about that, because in the past, like I said, if I get the chance, and if it's like I don't get to make my meals, and it's like I'm eating whatever meals are provided for me or whatever, I will eat an exponential, I don't know if that's the right word, I'm trying to use a big boy word, sorry. I will eat a substantial amount of food. So that's why I kind of want to do it like that. Yeah. So right now, as of this morning, we hopped on the scale. We were at a even 170 pounds, which is kind of where I've been at in that range. So we've been in that 160, 170 mark for a while now. So like I said, I'd like to shred down to the low 160s, higher 150s, that range. But just, slowly, don't lose too much weight at one time, but just slowly lose pounds and pounds until eventually reaching that mark that I want, I guess. The gym is popping right now. So we're about to pull in the gym parking lot now. I'm probably gonna finish the rest of this Ghost and head on in there and start this back workout. Like I said, we're arriving right around 5-ish, and I need to be done around 6-ish. So it's gonna be tough to get this in because we only have an hour, but I'm gonna make it work because I need to get this lift in. So like I said, probably 3 movements with 3 different sets, probably some rows, some pullovers, that sort of thing. Get a solid back pump, and then head out of this, John. So anyways, boys, I will see you guys in there. Hey guys, I know this is a little different. I decided to go with no music for this video because I've been getting copyrighted. So I'm gonna kind of do a voiceover here for part of the workout. Decided to start it out with some pull-ups, kind of trying to accelerate towards the top and slow towards the bottom to kind of try and squeeze as much as I can. I feel like I get a deep stretch in my lats whenever I do this. I know people say assisted pull-ups are the most useless exercise. I personally think that I get a good burn whenever I do them. So first set, looking pretty easy. We go into our next set. I stuck with the same weight here. And then that third set, I think, is where I changed it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let the rest of the workout finish out. Okay guys, as I finished this last set of lat pullovers, I wanted to say I was not able to get a pump trick today. The locker room was really busy. The gym's normally this busy this time of day, so I was unfortunately not able to. Not a huge deal. I did personally look at the pump. It was quite juicy. So you guys can choose to believe me or not. Whatever you guys want to do. But yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the way home right now. I did not just finish my workout. I did a few hours ago, but I did not have time to film this outro, so that's why I'm filming it now. So anyways, solid workout. I really enjoy back days. It's one of the muscle groups I love to train. It feels good to get a pump, and it feels good for it to be sore. Oh, the camera's probably gonna fall again. Hold on 1 second. Oh, maybe not. It feels good to train. It feels good to get a pump. It just overall feels good. So I love back days. For me, obviously I had to cut this one a little short. I might have done probably one more exercise if I would have had the time. Obviously we were cut short, but we got it done. I felt like I did some damage. I feel like I'll be a little sore. Not as sore as I could be if I would have done, one more exercise. But solid workout. God, this camera won't stay. Sorry, boys. We were able to finish cardio. I'm just gonna hold it. Hold on 1 second. We were able to do cardio, but no abs and no sauna, unfortunately. Not the biggest deal, because cardio is really the main focus, especially when cutting. So we were able to get in around 25 minutes. Normally I aim for 30, but I had to cut it short because my friend came and picked me up from the gym. So I had to get out of there. But good Lord, man, this is insane. Okay. I'm going down the highway right now. Okay, maybe that'll stay. I don't know. It's falling again. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, I had to cut it short. I had to cut the cardio short. Not a huge deal. Okay. Yeah, man. This camera does not want to stay. I might just hold it all the way home. So, I had to cut it short, not the biggest deal, because we at least got 25 minutes. And for me personally, I think some cardio is better than no cardio. So we got it in. And then kind of just going over the workout in general. I would say those lat pullovers are the only thing I'm iffy about when training back. Just because they are kind of like it. I feel like I'm doing them almost wrong in a way. I try to kind of pinch my shoulder blades to kind of to feel like I'm squeezing my back, but sometimes I don't know, they're kind of weird. They also, I feel like with those, it's kind of the same thing every time, but it's like, it's just randomly, it's just like, it's not where each rep gets progressively harder and harder. It's like just a random rep, like 7 or 8. It's just, I'm done. And it's like, it's really weird. But, I don't know. I think I need to look at some better form on that. Maybe not arch my back as much. Maybe pinch the shoulder blades more or less. I don't know. But anyways, that's kind of how I feel about those. Everything else, those rows, I love those rows. Like I said, my favorite back exercise. They're just goated. So I try to do those every back day. I was also gonna say next back day, I need a deadlift. I meant to do it today, but kind of got sidetracked and was also short on time. But I kind of want to do a compound lift each day, So, you know, chest, bench, back, deadlift, and legs squat. So that way to just kind of get my numbers up at the same time. Well, obviously they won't go up on a cut, most likely, but okay, my phone unfortunately died. I just got it on the portable charger. I'm almost home now, but I wanted to finish what I was saying. So about the sumo, I want to learn better form and just overall just learn more about it, so that way I can dig deeper into it. I feel like, especially kind of where I'm at, I would love to be sort of a power builder type thing. Shout out Lex Little, he's one of my biggest inspirations. He does a great job of that. He's also jacked, and he lifts heavy as crap. So that's kind of what I want to do. And I feel like sumo is quite a bit better for competition. So yeah. Anyways, we're almost home now, but tomorrow is going to be an early one. I have to wake up at the ass crack of dawn at like 5 a.m. and go get a lift in and the cardio. So tomorrow we have legs, unfortunately. I don't really like leg day, but we're gonna get through it, as well as that cardio and those abs. So most likely gonna be looking at some back squat, obviously, some sort of leg extension, some sort of hamstring curl, a lot of calves. I feel like, so this is another thing I wanted to touch on. One of my biggest insecurities and my biggest flaws with my physique, I feel like, is my calves. I feel like my legs, my quads have a little bit of size on them, especially if I'm being a fatter boy. They have quite a bit of size, but then they kind of just tail off, and the calves are like sticks, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I really want to focus on. I'm going to start hitting them 2 times a week, back-to-back days. So I want to try and, you know, make some damage the first day, make even more damage, and secure that I'm going to be sore for the next following days. So that's kind of how I want to do it. And I want to grow them and build some quality muscle. Obviously, you can't put too much muscle on your calves, but I feel like I definitely do not have that much muscle on them. So need to make sure I'm hitting those. So yeah, we're gonna hit some calves at the end of leg day tomorrow. And yeah, that should be pretty much it. The reason I gotta go early, I think I've already said, but yeah, I got an orientation tomorrow. So this video will probably be posted tomorrow. I'm gonna try and stagger them like that. So I'm gonna edit this video right when I get home here. But we're gonna chef something up and then edit this and hit the hay, because I got a big early day tomorrow. So anyways, boys, thank you guys so much for watching this, if you guys stick to the end. Like I said last video, I'm excited to see where this channel goes, document my growth and just my overall physique and the changes that I can make. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys tomorrow for legs. So have a good night, day, whatever time it is for you. And Jesus loves you. Peace.